It is natural for the human mind when it observes a great security and confidence in another to imagine there must be some ground for it. Today, I wanted to touch upon a topic that I've had a problem putting into words for a while, but it's emotional responses between cultures. Um, Someone noticed that black men and white men tend to respond differently to emotions because they're wired a little bit differently. Like, black men tend to be more expressive and emotional, whereas white men tend to be more withdrawn and more withdrawn and aloof when it comes to expressing emotions. And I find that very interesting. And sometimes when you get a kid that's black and white, they're wired a little bit differently than someone who's full black or someone who's full white. They may kind of stay in the middle when it comes to their emotional responses, or they may, go towards one side and be more emotional, or go towards the other side and be a little more reserved and conservative with their emotions. Scientists are really interested in mixed kids, especially black mixed with white, because there's not a lot of information on them and they really want to study the two cultures when they combine, because the two were thought to be so different, but they're not that much different. It's just their response to emotions are sometimes different. In society, it's not a good idea to base a system on one human being. There are different types of human beings, and you can't really force someone to pick a side, and people sometimes are just different, you know. So take it easy and realize, everyone's perfect in their own way. Also, some people feel kind of rejected or neglected when they see someone they like with a person of another culture, and they feel like they may not be as attractive. But that's not the case. It's just sometimes people are looking for different experiences, and they can get that from certain people. It really has nothing to do with appearance, and I'm not saying go out there and be something you're not, be yourself. But if you see something you want, be more assertive about it, and you'll be surprised by the response you get. It takes a while to overcome shyness, and that's okay. Don't force yourself to into a situation. Just let it happen naturally. I mean, maybe you saw the person you liked and you're kind of disappointed because you didn't talk to them. But if it's meant to be, you'll probably see them again. However, just realize it may not be. That may be your one and only chance. So take it easy on yourself, and if you feel compelled to say hello, say hello. Find out what a person's up to, talk to them, see if you have anything in common, and maybe develop a friend. After all, what's so hard to judge as the human heart? Also, I've come to have a new understanding of prejudice. It's not always necessarily a bad thing. Some people will look at you and be attracted to you, but they'll prejudge your response and figure they don't have a chance with you. I've also noticed that a lot of white men that are homosexual tend to date Asian guys that are homosexual. And I think it's possibly because they have a reputation for being easier to deal with, and white men tend to want to be dominant, and so do black men. So they don't necessarily mesh all the time because there's a constant struggle for power. But don't let prejudgments and stereotypes get you down. All right, have a great day wherever you are.
Living the dream.